Hi everybody, my name's Paul Murphy and I've got a passion for hats.
So I've got a very nice blue fedora that I'm making here out of beaver and rabbit fur. And as you can see, I've sort of put the sweatband in it, given it a bit of shape, and already stitched on the brim trim. It's looking quite fancy, I think. And what I've decided to do is actually put a 50mm blue grosgrain on it with like a shark's fin detail. So it's going to look really quite dandy once it's done. And I thought I'd take you through how I put together a shark's fin trim. So let's have a look and see how we start. So what I'm going to do is give myself quite a long piece of grosgrain and then start folding it. Now I've got to roll it out from the roll. I buy this stuff in by about 30-metre rolls, so as you can imagine, it gets everywhere when you're working on it. So I'm going to start off by folding it back with, I guess that's about 1/2 metre, and I'm just folding it over, and I'm working out that I probably want a shark's fin of about, let's have a look, shall we? 2 centimetres wide, something like that. So I'm going to go and then take this piece and fold it back again so that I've got enough to be able to sew down the line there to tack that down, whilst I then put the next pleat in the shark's fin. So I'm going to go quite a long way down and put that in roughly 2 centimetres. So let's have a look. Yeah, that's roughly 2 centimetres. And I'm going to pop that on there like that. Just making sure that I line it all up nicely. And then go for the next one. Another 2 centimetres. So that's out there. Let's give that a bit more. That's it. Okay. So that's going to be about there. So there we are. We're beginning to get some of our shark's fins in. I'm pressing it down so that it keeps some of its shape, really so that I can come back on the machine in a moment and just run a line along and tack it in, if you like. So I haven't really decided how many fins I want. I'm just going to see how it all comes together, actually. But another 2 centimetres. Let's have a look. Maybe a bit more than that. So 2, yep, that's roughly right. Don't think you have to be too exact. It's just whatever your eye thinks makes a pleasant fold, to be honest with you. It's not as though people are going to stand and stare at your shark's fin. You're going to look at the overall effect of your hat, and that's probably going to be my second to last one. And then, I wonder if I can get one more out of that. Let's have a look. It's going to be a bit tight, but should be able to. So, that's a number of folds there, which I'm going to tack and sew in, and then I'm going to look at folding this end round underneath, so that tacks in there, and then I can take this piece around the hat and then back in and sew it up. So oh, a bird just flew into my window. Okay, hope it's all right. Okay, right, now I'm going to just bring this over to the machine now, and I've already threaded some blue in here, and let's see if we can push that round. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure we're going to see it very well on the machine, but I'm going to show you as I go through it. And where I've put the actual line here, I'm then going to put a tack just on that line. So let's start and see what happens, shall we? Yep, already done. Okay, there we are. It's as simple as that. My little scissors, cut off the excess. Ooh. Here we are. And can you see that's all been stitched there? Now we'll go over to the next one and put a bit in there. I always sort of go forward and then backwards just to give it it's a sort of belt and braces approach, really, isn't it? To giving it a strong sewn connection. It's not as though there's going to be any real pressure on it or anything when you're wearing it, but it's a nice thing just to. Can you see that that's already starting to come together? It's a nice thing to do. Right, let's see if we can get this one. So now it's getting a bit thicker because, of course, we've got several layers. There we go. As you can see, it doesn't take long to do this. It's just having the courage to fold them over and can you see that? It's all coming together nicely. Let's do this next one. And I'm always sort of just lining them up and just checking that we're all right. Because what I'm going to do, when I put it on the hat, I'm actually going to tack in these little corners. See these little corners here? I will tack through to the hat so that that keeps those down as well. So it really is a sort of belt and braces approach to putting together a shark's fin trim. Now, here we go. Always good to have a good quality sewing machine. And this one is a Singer denim, which is it's a heavy duty home-based sewing machine. It's not my industrial one. I do have an industrial one, as some of you may have seen. And I use that mainly for putting on the sweatbands, but I can use it if this was getting quite heavy on this machine. I just nip into the other room and use that machine, but I don't really think I need to at the moment with this. This is going on very well and very nicely, and yeah, almost there actually. There we go. Okay. Don't know what's happening here, but it looks like the thread is all getting caught up on itself. You do get an awful lot of wastage on the thread, don't you, when you're making something on a machine? I know it's all sort of costed in and everything, but my goodness, it is wasteful. And again, good quality twine is a good thing to do. I mean, I use Gutterman's mainly, and it's like anything in life. You get some decent quality stuff, it does work well. So I'm going to, before I put the last fin on, I'm going to tack over the end here and see if I can. I would normally put a bit of glue on this first, but I'm just going to see if I can tack this nicely on here, because that would finish that off quite nicely. Right, that's probably, oh gosh. Yeah, I will probably use some glue and do that a bit better before I put it onto the hat, and then okay, that didn't go the way I wanted it to go, so let's just unpick that for a second. I think I'm going to do this another way. That's probably going to be with a bit of glue, or in fact stitch it when I've gone around the hat. So there we are. Oops. Let's see. I should go on there like that, and that should go around there like that. Yeah, there we are. That's it. I'm just trying to get a nice end here, really. So that will go around. That will go around there, and then that will go on there, and then that will be a nice finish on the end there. I think I'm going to tack that in by hand and put a bit of glue on there. So let's just put this last. Yeah, I'm going to need to tack that in by hand, and then what's going to happen is that this will then go around. So if we come back to the hat, just move my excess out of the way and the machine out of the way for a second. So if we come back to the hat, I'm going to put the hat, I'm going to put this around the hat so that the shark's fin is facing forward, and then this will all go around the brim. It will come back on itself, and well, you can see that already. It's already beginning to come together, and this will come all the way around the hat. I'll tack it in behind there and stitch it on there. So what I'm going to do is probably finish doing all the bits and pieces and then show you the finished item. So here we have the final finished shark's teeth on the side of the Fedora. Now, it's quite difficult to see there, I think, but I think you get the gist of it. All ready for its next owner.
If you've got a passion for hats, keep watching the channel. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.